Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to Reality Buzz TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. So you guys, listen, I want to talk a little bit about what happened when I had posted that video that was talking about Musa's interview, the other Musa that produced Uthando Nesthembu. So I was talking about an interview that this Musa guy did where he was talking about how Musa Mseleku did them wrong on a business deal when they were supposed to be part of production or producers for the show, and ended up not getting any credits on the show when they were the one that worked on the show, worked on the pitch, and they were also not paid the money that was agreed upon as far as the show is concerned. So when Musa is doing an interview, he mentions that there was someone else who had worked with him to help Mseleku with this whole proposal for the show, and that person also didn't get paid. They only got like 10,000 rands each instead of the 200,000 rands that they were supposed to get, plus other things. So now there is a guy going by Zakhele Gumede that commented on that video. So this is what he says. Friends, I am Gumede Zakhele. Musa, my brother, worked to push and produce the project Uthando Nesthembu. We were robbed by Mseleku. The story is true. Once I get the platform, you will hear more about the greedy tycoon. The story is true. We have evidence, we have videos, we have photos. If he ever claims ukuthi sinamanga. From that day, I never watched the show till today. Okay, so to me, Zakhele Gumede sounds like is the person that Musa was mentioning in his interview, because he does say that there is a Mr. Gumede that worked with him on this proposal and also on producing the first season of the show. So he says that as soon as he gets the platform, that he will share, because even Musa did mention, you guys, that they do have receipts, and that the reason that he hadn't really pursued it legally was because his wife had said, just let it go, okay? They do listen to us sometimes, okay? I would have been that wife that is like, yeah, ngifuna 200,000 rand wami mina. I have a share there, in there somewhere. So, yes, but he had said that he has videos, he has everything, he has emails, he has everything. He just decided to let it go. Okay, so this guy also here is saying, Guti, he was part of the whole thing, and he is waiting to get the right platform in order to share what happened. Here's my concern, you guys, because even with Musa, is it Musa Mseleku? Even with him, the podcast that you went to, we are grateful that he went to that podcast, because had he not gone to that podcast, we wouldn't have known that there is even him and someone else that produced the show. We wouldn't have known about the story had it not been for the podcast that he went to. But the thing about these podcasters, especially KZN male podcasters, they don't watch the show. I've realized that they don't watch the show. They know Musa Mseleku, they know who he is, they know the family. And I feel like they know them from social media, and they know that they have a show, but they don't watch the show that much. And so when they do these interviews, one of my questions that if you watch the show, you could ask, you know, especially the timelines and all of that. Kuningi ongakubuza if you're watching the show. So I felt like that guy got such a good opportunity, being the one that actually broke the story. But I did also feel like he even said himself that he doesn't watch TV, you know. So I hope that Uzakhele goes to somebody, if he's going to do this interview, that does watch the show and follow Umdeni Mseleku very, very closely, so that they are able to ask, you know, relevant questions, okay? So maybe he might end up going to the same podcast, which wouldn't be bad because at least we'll also hear his side of the story. But I wish that they could go to somebody that actually watches the show so that we can get the details. It would be nice, you guys, if we also get the receipts. We get to see the receipts. We get to see the videos, because even though they are telling such a believable story, but there are a few people that are like, this guy has no proof, you know. So if they could share the receipts. Nah, but I feel like it's not more important for them to share the receipts with us than it is for them to share the receipts with the court, because I just feel like, I don't know if I would let go of that whole thing if it was me that was robbed like that. You know, maybe they need to use it to try and get their money back. I still say, you guys, that even now, there is still an opportunity for Musa Mseleku to do right by these guys. If they are telling the truth, you can still pay them what you owe them. Because even if there was no paper, you know the conversations that took place between you and them. You know, it's not like these guys just ended up doing a proposal on a show about your family, and there were no conversations about it. They were just going to do it for you for free, and you were going to move on to do 7 seasons of the show without ever paying them. That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, it does not make sense. And it also, you guys, if you think about it, yes, Mseleku was a businessman back then. Yes, Mseleku had written a book, but Mseleku, we had never ever seen Mseleku on television. The first time we saw Mseleku on television was when we were introduced to Uthando Nesithembu. So it would be amazing to think that him and Makumalo, the people that had never been on TV, all of a sudden were able to just put together this proposal, and they suddenly knew who to approach to present this proposal to, so that they could end up doing the show. That would be amazing. Okay, it would be a great story to tell. What a miracle it is that suddenly they just knew what to do in order to, have a TV show on Showmax, on DSTV. It will be an amazing story. But what is more believable is them trying to find people that can help them, especially because it was the first time. Season 7, maybe they already know what to do. Maybe when they were pitching that show, they already knew what to do, because now they had seen how it's done with Uthando Nesithembu. Maybe by the time they did that show, they knew what to do, when they did Ezomshad, maybe they already knew what to do. But that first show, it does make sense that they would have gone to somebody that had more knowledge on how to do the proposal, where to submit it, how to do that trailer or whatever it is, when they do the show, just to show them the concept of how they want the show to look like. They would have gone to somebody that had a bit of knowledge to help them. Now, why wouldn't you not pay those people? Guys, I believe that from the show, Mseleku has made more than 200,000. You must have 200,000 somewhere in the bank. Okay? One of your guys might have 200,000. Just pay the guys. Do right, okay? Do right. I feel like in South African YouTube, we need like a podcast that solve these beefs. Somebody that is going to start a podcast the way, if there is a story like this, they just call the people. Okay, let's have Musa Mseleku, let's have, whoever else was involved in the projects. Let's sit in a round table. What happened? How do we resolve it? But you know what I will do as well? We need a round table with Ndibuti, Promise, and Owami. We need a round table. Let's resolve it. Who helped who to do what? Who helped who to do what? Okay? And let's move forward. Can you believe it? We've had a YouTube underlying beef for like 10 years now. Okay? So we need a round. In fact, I'm giving you an idea, whoever it is, I'm giving you an idea. Round table podcast, okay? We need a round table podcast. And we need guests that have beef, but we're not going to fight. Conversation, okay? And then people are just sitting down, they're talking about stuff. After you talk about it at a round table, that's it, okay? We're done with the beef. But the first guy should be Mseleku and these guys, men to men, look at each other's eyes and say, do you not remember us making a deal? Okay? And then Mseleku can sit there and say, okay, guys, I might have done you wrong. Maybe he doesn't believe he did them wrong, but how do we settle it? Yes, you say I owe you 200,000 rand, but how? What can I give you now just so we can walk away from this feeling okay with this situation? Okay, and then they can do that. But again, we will wait and see, since Zakhele Gumede is saying that he's just right now looking for a platform. I'm just wondering what Uzoya go, because but we need the story. We need the story, we need the receipts. But Zakhele, if you do want to share the receipts with me, okay? Because I can just look at the receipts and tell my people what I saw, okay? Because we don't have money to get sued, okay? But if you want to share the receipts with me, you can DM me, okay? Just DM me. I'll just look at the receipts and tell my people, we'll see, how does it look, How does it look? But guys, I know I'm making jokes. I do believe these two guys, okay? I will be shocked if this story is not true. I will be shocked, because they are going against somebody that is very well known, very well liked, and somewhat feared in KZN. Because have you seen Mseleku's interviews here on YouTube? People are interviewing him shaking to a point where they end up not even asking him the right questions, because they're just wanting to kiss his ass, and that's how he is like. So them going against him, does it do any good for them? Not really, So I am still believing them, but we are open to hearing the Mseleku family's side of the story, because it doesn't only sound like Mseleku was involved, but it sounds like some of the wives actually know what the deal was. That's why when they meet him at the mall, they look the other way. Musa. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Like the video before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Mitanda.